She once had it all: wealth, attention, and the glamorous life of a queen. But when everything slipped away, she found herself facing the harsh reality of survival. How far will she go to protect her children and rise from the ashes? Watch as Ola's story unfolds. Ola had once been the queen of the city, walking through club doors with confidence and grace, surrounded by men vying for her attention and women admiring her every move. But now things were very different. The luxurious apartment she once called home had become a distant memory. The landlord's cold ultimatum echoed in her ears: pay up or get out. Her pockets were empty, her glamour gone, and she had nothing left, not even enough to buy herself a simple meal. It wasn't just the money that was gone, it was the life she had so easily taken for granted. The pregnancy had come with more than just emotional upheaval. It had brought with it a wave of physical challenges that Ola wasn't prepared for. She began to visit the hospital regularly, feeling constantly sick, weak, and in pain. Her once flawless body, that had commanded the attention of everyone around her, was now constantly under attack by the pregnancy. She bled often, struggled with severe nausea, and found herself in and out of the doctor's office, desperately trying to find some relief. Nothing seemed to help. Nothing made her feel like herself anymore. The constant trips to the hospital, her ongoing health struggles, and the emotional toll of carrying a child she hadn't planned for began to take a visible toll on her wealth. Her connections to high-profile men, once so eager to spend money and attention on her, began to fade. The invites to exclusive parties stopped coming. The luxury brands she once wore now sat in the back of her closet, gathering dust. Slowly, like a tide washing away the sand, her wealth began to slip away. No more were the nights of expensive bottles of champagne. No more were the days spent shopping for designer clothes and attending high-profile events. The fame she had worked so hard to build crumbled bit by bit, leaving her to deal with a bleak reality, one where she was no longer desired and no longer admired. The men who had once fought for her attention disappeared, and the luxurious world she once ruled turned its back on her. One day, the landlord called her into his office. His face was stern, and the words he spoke hit her like a ton of bricks. "Ola, you haven't paid your rent in 3 months. I'm sorry, but unless you pay up, you'll have to leave." The weight of those words crushed her, and for the first time, Ola realized she had nothing left. The glamorous world she had enjoyed was now replaced with nothing but a harsh, unforgiving reality. With nowhere to go, Ola packed what little she could and moved to a rough, dilapidated part of town that felt like a world away from the glittering lights she had once adored. The area was a maze of narrow, dusty dirt roads winding through small, makeshift houses that were barely holding together, their rusted roofs sagging with the weight of time. The air was thick with the scent of sweat and struggle as families hung tattered laundry on lines, fighting for the basics of survival. The ground was uneven, with patches of dirt and trash scattered between the homes. Ola, who had once strutted confidently through luxurious clubs in sparkling outfits, now walked through these streets with her head down, a stark contrast to the woman she had been. Her pride was stripped away, replaced by the sharp edge of reality. Her silk dresses and diamond earrings were traded for worn-out shoes and faded clothes. Raising twins in a place like this was no easy feat. The struggle to make ends meet was relentless. Ola sold fruits by the roadside, her hands rough from hours of work, yet her eyes remained determined. She would wake up at the crack of dawn to set up her small fruit stand, working under the scorching sun, just to make enough to feed her children. Each day felt like a battle, but her determination never wavered. But in the middle of the hardships and despair, something had shifted inside her. She no longer just cared about the world's admiration. Her children became her reason for surviving. Victory and Vera. She may have lost everything, but she was not defeated. Her resolve was stronger than ever. She swore to herself and to her children that she would give them a better life, a life full of the values she had learned the hard way: honesty, integrity, respect, and above all, love. "I used to be the queen," Ola would say to her children, her voice steady but soft. "But now I'm just a mother, and my children, they are my world. I will do whatever it takes to give you a life worth living. Even if it means I can't give you everything you deserve, I will give you everything I have. And every night as Victory and Vera drifted off to sleep in their humble home, Ola would sit by their side, whispering words of strength. Life won't give us anything easy, she would tell them, her hand resting gently on their heads. But if you stand tall, stay true to yourself, and always act with love and honesty, you'll be all right. I promise you that. Though her past life haunted her, Ola had found something far more precious than fame or fortune. She had found purpose, a reason to rise every morning, no matter how difficult life got. The ghetto may have tried to break her, but Ola was determined to rise above it, for herself and for her children. As she stood at the end of another long day, watching her children sleep soundly, she whispered, "If the world turns its back on you, you don't just lie down and give up. You rise, you fight, you make sure they see you stand tall." Have you ever faced the toughest challenges and still managed to rise? Let me know how you overcame your struggles in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories of resilience, hope, and transformation.